Good day to you all. Welcome back to another episode of It's a Dyer Thing. I'm just kind of going over something that I thought would be a big help, just due to the fact that there seems to be a good number of inquiries in regards to the power outlets or the power connectors and factory connections for the FZ09 and the MT09 from 2017 to 2019. So being said that, we are now counting down the days to spring. There's still quite a few days left to go, so we're down to, I think, 62. Anyways, being said that, I am fortunate enough that we have a FZ09 here with us today, and actually is completely stripped down. So I would like to take a couple of minutes and just go over where all the factory connectors are for the accessories that you guys are putting on, whether if you're putting on genuine Yamaha product, or if you're just needing the power sources and you need to find out where to tap it in and do not want to tap into just your battery or another power source that is required through your ignition. What's really cool about these connectors that are on the 2017 to 2019 is that they are also running through the ignition, through the stock harness, and onto the actual fuse box itself. So you're pretty much safe and you're secured, so you will not cause any damage to the rest of the electricals of this bike. Like I said, we are fortunate enough that we have a completely naked bike here, so that we can kind of go over and see exactly what is what and where it is. Generally, you have the fuel tank here that kind of hides everything, and then you got the side covers there as well. So now once that's removed, we kind of exposed everything here, and we can actually see what we need to see. On the left hand side, there are two actual connectors here. These are free ports that you guys can use. One is used for the heated grips. The other one is used for your auxiliary power source, which would be either a 12 volt DC outlet or a USB outlet. It's located on the left hand side. One has got the white connector, the other one is even further back here with a gray connector. The tank is there, the side covers are there, so it's a little bit tricky to see, but the gray one and that one's taped to the actual harness, and then this white one is kind of floating around. Normally it's kind of like hidden behind there like that. Just behind the tank itself, we have another power source here, but this is a no touch because this one is designated specifically and only for the quick shift system. So if you do buy the quick shifter and the quick shift system from Yamaha, it will come with a wire and a harness that needs to route up in through here and connect to that, because that goes straight to the ECU. So you need that only for that. Coming around onto the right side, again, very similar features, similar functions and as on the left side. However, on the right side, we only have the one extra power source. This power source here is used for auxiliary lights. So again, whether if you're using Yamaha auxiliary lights or you're coming up with your own auxiliary lights, that would be the one that you would want to tap in. So that is still pretty high up in the tank, so you kind of have to fish your finger up through and then bring it out, and then you can catch onto that there. Right here is the actual fuse box for those power sources. So they're all labeled and so on and so forth. And then you got a couple of extra spares there just in case. And then the one right underneath it, that's also another fuse here. That is the GW fuse, and that GW means grip warmer. So that would fall back onto the left-hand side of the power connectors, just in case if you do blow a fuse and you're trying to figure out where it is. It's all on this right side panel. You also have a couple of other fuses here underneath the seat. So those are two places that you actually physically have to look. So depending on what you've burnt out, so on and so forth, that's where you're going to go and take a look. But generally, most of the time, it's all on that right side fender. Hopefully this has cleared out a couple of the inquiries to you guys, and that when you are going to connect the power source to your bike, that you do it in the appropriate manner, and not that you just plug it up and start piling up connectors to your battery. It's not good, right? I mean, you don't have an ignition source that way as well, so you are, increasing the chances of running your battery dead and just causing issues. Do it through the actual designated power sources and the connectors. These connectors do come off, and you can actually go out and you can obtain inserts for it, so that this way you can actually make an actual physical connector to it and make it even cleaner. Do that, talk to your local Yamaha dealerships. A lot of them would actually have these kinds of stuff kind of hanging around in the back service department and stuff like that. So you never know. You never know what you can find, but make it clean, make it nice, make it Yamaha. So I showed you kind of the MT09 or the FZ09. That one was completely naked. Here, I'm going to show you one that has the fuel tank, the side covers and all that on it. So this way you can actually see whereabouts it is and kind of what you need to do in order to take it off to get access to it. Taking a look here, so you got the fuel tank on this particular model here, which is the exact same thing as that one over there that we just saw previously. So there, the tank you don't have to take off, but you will have to gain access to these. So you got the one Allen screw in the back, and then there's two little plastic pop rivets that you have to push in to actually remove this. And once you've removed this, you'll then gain access to all your connectors. Same thing for when you need to do the connection for your quick shifter. All you need to do is actually remove your seat. You may have to remove the two bolts that are holding the tank here just to gain access to the connector for your quick shifter there. So seat removal for your quick shift, this side cover here for your auxiliary lights, the other side cover there is for your auxiliary power and your grip warmers. Hopefully that helps clear things out for you guys. Other than that, thank you very much for tuning in onto this little episode here. It wasn't about installs or anything like that. It was just more to kind of clear out a couple of questions that you guys always have. And hopefully this makes your install of your accessories a whole lot easier. Thank you very much for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit the notification button on the subscription right beside it. That will definitely keep you up to date with all my videos. If you have any inquiries, comments, suggestions, fire them down at the bottom. I love to hear from you all. And again, thank you very much for being part of it. Cheers, take care, see you soon, ride safe, be good.